Hey guys, welcome back to Counterside. In today's video, I wanted to take a look at some tips that I have for people if you're getting stuck in campaign progression and stuff like that. Some simple little tips that can really just help you break through hard stages. Normally you find that the last boss of a chapter is going to be the hardest one to pass and you might get stuck. So we've got some stuff like that and just general progression, getting through roadblocks and stuff like that. And then at the end, we do have our daily free summons that we're going to pop as well. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to mention is when you're going to deploy, if it's a hard stage, you're struggling, go here, do the crest support up the top, and you can see your friends' teams, and you can actually bring them with you. You can bring more than 2 ships. You're not bound by only 2 ships the whole time. So really nice way to actually help you just have some more equity on the battlefield. You'll get to some stages where they have these little spawn points where enemies spawn every time. Bringing a friend, and the only way to stop it is to go into the square. Bringing a third ship to be able to block those squares quicker is actually really handy for those types of stages. The next thing I want to look at is going to be, well, I mentioned this in the team building video, but dropping units if you're struggling. So if you've got some weaker units in there that are just like eating up your deployment cost, drop them out, use less units. You've missed out on a bit of experience, but it's going to give you higher win rates with those teams. So I'm just going to go here. And as you can see, I've slowly been building more units along the way, just because I pull better units and then I build them up. So we're going to go ahead and add that one. And we're going to go ahead and add this one as well. Actually, can I swap that deployment position? I did that in the wrong one. Form squad, add. Can I take them away? Remove, there we go. So I'm going to put that here, and I'm going to put one here, and then we're going to start. So the next thing that I want to look at, that volume's a lot louder, maybe it's just my headphones. So the next thing I want to look at is going to be using a support from your other ship, which I feel like a lot of people miss out on the start, because when I tell people, they're like, oh, that's handy. So as you can see here, we have battle support on this guy. And if we click him, you can see we've got battle support from the other guy. So any of your friendly ships that are in range of the enemy you're going to attack will be able to support you. So for instance, this guy can support anyone up to these points, whereas this guy can only support, these points. Like the range depends on the ship's range. And when they can support, what happens is when you go into that battle, so for instance here we get the battle support, we can go into that battle and we'll see that you actually get to use the leader. Now, this is where leader placement is important in your teams, and you can bring your leader. Now, my other leader, the leader on this one is Kyle. The leader on the other team, oops, let's put auto on. Actually, no, let's not. But you'll be able to deploy them in battle, because losing allows me to demonstrate my next point. But as you can see, that support down the bottom here, you will deploy them. So if you have a strong leader on both your teams, when you're in a support situation, you can get some nice effects, get that extra unit that's really going to help you in your team. So that's that. Now, letting them defeat me allows me to demonstrate another point. The next thing I wanted to look at, if you're on a stage that you're just struggling on and it's taking you like 10 minutes to get to where you're at and then you lose a ship like that, you can go repair. And then you get the recovery point that's going to be adjacent to your remaining ship, and you can go repair, and you can put that ship back in, and it costs you 50 premium currency. Now, I'm not sure exactly how many times this can be used in one fight. I have used it twice before, but you can go ahead and do that. Now, sometimes on the like I said, the last boss of a chapter, the difficulty is way higher. So on them, if I attack the boss with my first unit and they die, I'm just reviving them straight away, because it might take me another 2 tries, and that's what I like to do. Beyond that, the other thing is with that support range, when you go to attack something and you get the battle support, just when you get to like obviously you have units that move, so you can't control them as well. But like if you get every other unit down and then all that's left is the enemy boss, just take your time, move your 2 units into position so that you do get that support, so you have a better win chance with your first attempt. But yeah, as you can see, we do get that support again. And like I said, you can actually revive those ships, which isn't too bad at all. Now, other things you can do, obviously you can do like all the general lab, the negotiations, basically everything in the lab and CEO's office you can do, and the workshop, obviously. But the one thing that I do want to touch on is going to be gear, because you do get the gear along the way. And early on in these games, you just want to get the sets. The sets are the most important things, and just make the sets in line with what you're doing. Tanking, we put some defense on it. You know, dealing damage, we put some crit on it. We got some crit there. I think I'm out. No, I've got another weapon. Then we're just trying to get anything we can into it. But like I said, go ahead and just get your gear. And if you don't have any gear, because you don't have a heap at the start, what you can do is, and I wouldn't recommend doing this too much, but maybe just to get yourself started so you've got some gear for everyone, you can go into, not simulation, into this one, and you can just go ahead and do this bad boy, and you can just get a little bit of gear. Now, like I said, I don't think it's very functional to do it. What I really want to do is go ahead and clear these free contracts so that I can go ahead and get some tier 3, tier 4, tier 5 gear. Now, I'm going to do that, but like I said early on, I just cleared this, but I've probably played this the wrong way as well. I should have pushed free contract a bit further so that I could have got the better gear, but all I did was, literally, I did this on like day 1 of play. I just went in here, went prepare to operate. And this is another cool little thing that you can do stack operations. So that's what these books are for. You can stack operations, and what they do is they multiply the amount of rewards you get by 16 in this case, but it also multiplies the amount of stamina you cost. So you're basically effectively doing 16, however many, you're doing that many runs in one hit, and you get that many rewards, but it costs you that many stamina. But the cool thing that I like to do is, if I've capped on stamina and it's like I'm before bed or something like that, that's what I save these books for. I normally save it for that period, and I just dump it all before bed in case I've got stamina that I want to blow. And then, you know, we're good for overnight to not be just sitting at full stamina and stuff like that. And those are pretty much the basic tips to help you push through those roadblocks in certain progression if you're just trying to, especially at the end of a chapter of campaign, just to get to the next one, because the next early stages are going to be easier than that one. But yeah, also, like I said, lab, CEO's office, workshop, I'm going to do more in-depth videos covering the specifics of all the upgrading and stuff like that, and obviously your machinery, your gear, and all that sort of stuff. But just at a basic level, if you're getting stuck, those things, using a friend's unit, using the supports from your own ships is a really big one. And then obviously reviving the ship if it's gone, just to get through those stages is nice. But now, like I said earlier, we have a couple summons to do. So let's go back over here to recruit. I love these 10 daily pulls. I have not got one yet on the free banner. I have not got anything from this banner yet. So hopefully we can get something. We'll kick it off with this one. Ooh, new member. Please be... If this is an SSR, that's huge. Is it? There's a rare that I don't have? Really? Rip. Rip. Okay, this one. Let's go. 10 frees. I'm loving these free pulls. The free pulls are sick. Please. Please, come on. Ooh, it's starting purple. Okay. Is he gonna go? Is he gonna go? Nope. Please have the tank. Please have the tank, dude. Not him. I still don't have the grey-haired old man tank. I still don't have him. Still hanging out for it, but hey. That is going to be it for this one, guys. Like I said, I got a bunch more videos planned. I'm just trying to find the time to get everything done, but thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.